that car, in my opinion,
Yes.
is going to outdo everybody's expectations.
When I get to this level, I ain't gonna have the Challenger. I'm gonna have the Charger.
Well, it's even funnier because I have the logo like right on my chest.
Literally
so it's like,
stamped on your chest, which is awesome, by the way. I love how big that embroidery is.
So
I'm
funny
enjoying
enough,
it. Please.
this is from my favorite street brand, like street
Yes.
clothing brand, Supreme.
Yes. Cool.
Like for me, I just love clothes, and Supreme has just been a brand I've loved since I was like freshman in high school. Freshman in high school.
Fun.
So when this was dropped, I was like,
yes, please.
I need 2 of them right now. Give me 14 of them right now, please.
Keep them all through different stages of your life.
Basically.
Yes.
Like, all right, just there was the blonde hair phase, now I'm in the regular phase, and then there's gonna be the silver phase. So I'm
Right. You're gonna be a great silver fox,
I
Gio.
think so too.
You're gonna be awesome.
I hope so.
You got like Salamone vibes coming out of you.
See, like
a little
one,
bit. Like you're like a baby Salamone right here.
oh my God. Yo,
I think that's the biggest compliment.
That just clicked in my head.
Wait a second.
No, it's a compliment, but it took 2 seconds. I was like,
Yeah. What?
the only thing is, like, I have luscious hair. Let's just hope I don't lose any of it. That's the only thing I'm actually scared of once I get older.
There's this country called Turkey, and I heard that they help people with this.
I heard they got
I know a guy.
really good help with that.
I know a guy, and I know a guy who's not going. Billy is not going to Turkey. No.
Don't do Billy like that.
Well, he's not going to Turkey for many, just like he's not going to Dubai ever.
Why is he never
Billy
going to...
would not make it out of the airport without being arrested and sent to a labor camp. Okay? I have kept him out of jail for 12 years. We are not going to Dubai. We are not going to Turkey. It's not happening. Can you imagine Billy in any place that even smells like Sharia law, however you say that? Sharia, can you imagine?
I can see him walk out the airport.
Yo,
like,
don't fucking touch me like that. It's over. It's over.
I feel like he'd just be at the point, but yeah, get the jet loaded back up. I'm going home.
Yeah, jet my ass. Call Delta. He's
Call
a Delta Diamond member. Remember?
Oh shit, that's
yeah, that's
right.
what he talks about.
I keep forgetting about that too.
Call Delta.
See, it's bad funny because I actually have to go overseas in July into
Is this
August.
your first time?
Yeah.
Are you going for work purposes? This means this is big boy stuff. You've
Big
done
boy
it.
stuff, yeah.
Yes. You're going to Italy.
No, actually. I'm going there for vacation after.
Where are you going then that's work related?
They're sending me to Portugal.
Get the hell out of here. Is this one of the things you wanted to tell me?
Yeah.
Should we go for it?
Oh, 100%.
What is going on in Portugal?
Temerario dynamic training.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm excited.
This is the big boy show.
Pretty much.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
This is your first Lamborghini work trip. They're sending you out to go learn the Temerario.
I'm the biggest supporter of that car, which is
Are
brilliant.
you really?
Oh, I am 100% biggest supporter.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Or do you want to talk about Portugal more?
I mean, I'd rather talk about the car, actually.
Let's do it. Let's talk about the Temerario.
I mean, like, that car, in my opinion, is going to outdo everybody's expectations. On paper, people aren't really understanding at how much different this car is going to be versus everything Lamborghini has put out so far.
Even in terms, like how it's lining up against the Rivolto.
Unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
That car is going to outdo the Rivolto.
I will be with you on that unpopular opinion.
Like 10,000 RPMs.
Yep.
You're at 907 horsepower.
Yes.
And on top of that, it's an all-wheel drive platform that's really light.
The powertrain is insane on this thing.
The fact that it's got 3 drift modes too makes it even more fun to talk about. Because like that's just unheard of just from a sports car like standpoint.
Yeah.
It's people say, yeah, I drift my car, I have fun with it, but that's why I can't wait to actually do the dynamic training and get an actual live idea.
Throw the car into a slide on purpose. This is my job.
Basically, right?
I was told to do this.
You see that slide in dirt? I was told to do that. They sent me here.
I was told to do that.
But no, that's the Temerario really is a different car. Like, it's in a league all its own.
Yeah.
And I think really just the stigma comes from the fact that it's no longer a naturally aspirated V10. I think that's just why everybody's so fixated on it not being a good car. Mm-hmm. Because it's just not a Huracan anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, if you love a Huracan, you love a Huracan. I mean, there's like two camps. There's like SVJ camp and there is Huracan camp. Mm-hmm. And respectfully, they are different camps. Like, they just are. Like, you cannot compare a Huracan to an SVJ. Even just standing alone on the V12 to the V10 experience. But yeah, if you are a Huracan loving enthusiast, this is going to be a different car.
It is. And I mean, like, I love both platforms. If we're talking about the SVJ,
of course,
again, legal its own.
Yes.
It's solidified, in my opinion. Actually, it's half of the reason why Lamborghini was able to cement itself as one of the best motor brands.
The Aventador program not just put Lamborghini on the map. Like, I mean, obviously a Lamborghini is Lamborghini, but in terms of like shutting down the competition with Ferrari and all this stuff, the Aventador just like stamped, done. We're smarter than you. Over.
And you know what I find funny? So going to the second half, I think the Huracan is also a big factor in that. Because I've started realizing something, not from like being a salesperson, but more of like, now being a true car purist. I'm not even, I would say, enthusiast.
I'm with you. I don't feel like myself as an enthusiast. That's a whole nother category of brain, which we respect here at Behind the Wheels. We're just telling you guys, we're not know-it-alls. Keep going, Gio.
But another thing, like with the Huracan, when you say Aventador and then you say Huracan, you automatically think, oh, it's two totally different cars, and they are. Because the Aventador, to me, is a staple piece that needs to be in the garage.
Interesting.
It's something you drive. Please don't drive it just once a week. I hate that. I actually hate when there's an Aventador like 2,000 miles in my shop.
Rotting away. Why did you even do this?
Yeah. I feel the Huracan unlocked a stage of, supercars that people didn't even realize was going to completely change the game. Because that's what happened when the Huracan first came out. People were just like, what the hell is this? I need it. And then each year the Huracan came out, it just seemed to get better and better. And the popularity grew and grew. And I say those two cars specifically because of the time of life we're at, too. Social media is growing. We had the pandemic. So we're all fixated on social media and
getting outdoors. And
all of a sudden, we're just around cars, we're around other people. And that's partially why I think like Lamborghini just became more of a staple now as compared to like 10, maybe 20 years ago. Because now it's more in your face.
Yeah.
And if you're not even a car person, there is one thing that I will tell you. I've noticed people know when it's a Lamborghini versus any other car. Like, they just know it's a Lamborghini. Like, they might look at a McLaren or they may look at Ferrari. They're trying to figure out what kind of car it is.
Which one is that? Yeah.
But that's
even
Lamborghini.
Corvette.
Yeah, that's another thing. Hot.
You look at a Corvette. I have been behind, like, I want to say a quarter mile, maybe half a mile. And I've been like, is that a McLaren or a Vette? And that is a huge difference. Where like, and I'm going to get, there's the rage bait. She doesn't know the back of a McLaren. Like, I own both. Calm down.
Yeah. No, sure.
But like from a distance on the horizon, you're like, is that a McLaren? And then obviously as you approach, you're like, that's a gorgeous Vette. You're like, holy shit. But no, you're completely right.
And I actually love Vette.
I love Vettes too.
My father actually had a Corvette when he was younger, and that's kind of what made me fall in love with Vette, of course. But I've even had that problem where, like, I'm driving and I hear the engine in the back. I'm like, ooh,
who is that?
What kind of Ferrari's pulling up? no, it's a vet. And I'm like, what? I'm like, huh?
It's a big what? 100%. I know it. I know it's going to be so much rage about this.
But at the end of the day, like, this is the actual truth. It's like, for $160,000, maybe $170,000, you're getting a Corvette Z06 with 670 horsepower.
100%. And now they're approaching 1,000 with the, they are.
So I was at the auto show.
Which one? Javits?
Yeah, I was at Javits.
Yeah.
And like a kid in a candy store, I'm walking around, I'm like seeing all the cars. Obviously, go to the Lambo side. I'm looking at all the exotics. And all of a sudden I see Chevy and I'm like, so is that the ZR1? And I like go around, I'm like, ooh, I'm like actually like going around the car.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at like all of like, the spec breakdowns and stuff like that. That car has a base power of 2 C8s, base C8s.
They twin turboed it, I believe.
I think it's insane. 1,025 horses for what? 225?
And someone is going to be using that as their daily.
Well, no.
Which I think is amazing.
Somebody's going to come into Lambo and be like, Gio, I bought the car that's going to beat out the Revolto. It's right there. And I'm going to just be like,
can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
Don't talk about Bruno.
I plead the fifth.
Don't talk about Bruno. Well, let's go back to the Temerario then. Like, I think, what's interesting about your perspective on how well the Temerario is going to performing from, your lips to God's ears. The Revolto fell flat, like almost literally, where it's had this super hype, big to do. Mm-hmm. And we're having a lot of first gen 1 problems. And I do like how the next round is coming out. Like all the exterior colors are banging, what people are doing with, exhaust and all that. But you already know we're already done. I will say this in terms of, and I've said this before, in terms of a Lamborghini fanatic, enthusiast, purist, whatever you want to call me, I am still ultimately so proud of how this brand, our brand, did this from full EV to a full Corsa Performance V12 in one car. No one else has done it, and I don't care what people say. Mm-hmm. We're smarter than you.
That's and I think that's what separates Lamborghini apart from most manufacturers.
It's kind of its foundation of being founded is I have an idea that's smarter than what I think you're doing. No disrespect. I want to help you do it. And we get the ultimate, and I'm like, okay, guess I'll go build my own car now.
That's every typical Italian, though, right? Whenever we get told no, okay.
Yeah.
And then we go do our own thing.
Yeah, and we fight about whose grandma's sauce is better than the others.
Yeah, no, we actually fight about if it's sauce or gravy.
Gravy, yeah.
It's sauce.
Thank God.
Sherry. This is why we love sherry. It's sauce.
It's sauce.
If it's gravy, cut.
I do have respect for the Sicilians who call it gravy. And
I don't.
You don't? And I'm not saying that all Sicilians call sauce gravy, but there is an actual thing where if you make a bolognese sauce, like if you always put meat in it, which I think is also gross, but if you always put meat in your red sauce, it is actually gravy.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the Sicilians that call it gravy are the ones that say,
God, I have really good Sicilian friends.
My grandmother's best friends, uncles, lawyers, cousins, dogs, best friend is Italian. And it's like, no, that doesn't, you're not Italian. Like at that point.
I know, that's a big thing.
So, that's what
It's
happened.
a big thing. That's a big thing.
But especially with New Jersey Italians.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's really not so much Jersey Italians as, now we're gonna call it out. You got Jersey, it's really mostly Jersey Italians versus Staten Island Italians versus Bronx Italians versus Long Island Italians.
Versus the Brooklyn Italians.
Yeah.
Versus
those are like the indigenous nations. I don't even know if there's any Brooklyn Italians left.
Actually, Brooklyn Italians are the ones you got to watch out for.
Absolutely. You notice I didn't talk about them.
Because they're in their own separate class here. Like, if these were all the mafia heads of Brooklyn, we leave Brooklyn alone. Yeah, we don't want no smoke.
We don't talk about Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. So speaking of the Temerario, do you know that Billy and I were there in Monterey when they revealed the Temerario?
And what was your instant thought when the shit came off?
My instant thought was, Wah, wah. Until I walked to the back of it. Baby got back on the Temerario. That's a cool engine. That's a cool mid-engine. But I just kind of went, okay. And now, with that, I also, now that I've been in the Rivolto, I've driven the Rivolto and all this stuff. Rivolto is huge.
Yeah.
Massively wide. To the point where all love to the car. For what we do business-wise, transporting that thing, it just wasn't being feasible and it wasn't in our best interest to keep it on the fleet and a myriad of other reasons. The Temerario kind of fixes some of that problem where it goes back to that. Because the Rivolto is like,
it's a boat.
Just as big as an Aventador SVJ, if not 3 to 4 inches wider.
Just about that.
Yeah. And now, of course, the Temerario is more in the shape and the narrowness of a Huracan.
Yeah.
So it's in that way, it's a lot more functional. I like how they kept the front experience in terms of the space between the driver and the co-pilot. Because like me and Billy touching elbows in a supercar, nobody wants to witness that.
Sweaty elbows.
Just fighting. Don't touch me. She's touching me. He's touching me. Stop touching me. Yeah, it's siblings. Like it's horrible. So you have that. You have obviously the co-piling dashboard. That's amazing. And then to be nice about it, and you've seen the 2 different versions of the Temerario. Are they calling it like Temerario Sport? Like the one with like the different spoiler and the different green with the stripe? Yeah, I mean, are they calling that different?
The correct term is the Alajarita package.
Okay, thank you. That's why I need you here.
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to use like my girly words. You know that thing that's on the bag that looks like a bonk? So what's it called again?
So Alajarita package.
That's why you're going to Portugal, my friend, and not Sharon Schwick.
Shit, it's like, even at work.
I have to pay for my trip to Portugal. You're like, no, I need to be smart about this. I'll be back later.
See, my sales and finance director on the side note was busting my balls before the 31st. He's like, you know, I got a couple of days to like say no to you, right?
Oh my God.
So I was just waiting for like June.
You're like, I will not call out sick. I will not screw up this podcast. Well, maybe we should wait to film the podcast. So when you're back from Portugal.
No, it's fine. No, now I'm past that point. He can't not send me.
Oh, he can't not send you it. Oh, the 31st of May.
So basically now if he does X me out, the dealership has to pay a couple grand. I don't think that's going to be happening.
Gotcha. What I do like about everybody knows that I love the back of the Temerario. So in the front, the way the nose is shaped, which also goes back to your another point that you said, like, you know, when you're driving on the highway, you always know when a Lambo's pulling up because that nose comes in your rear view mirror. You're like, yeah, boy, you know, lamb chop is pulling up because there's no mistaking that nose.
There's not.
When that Lambo pulls through. So with the nose of the Temerario from, again, this girly passenger princess side of things, it's more sleek. It's still the nose. It's still pointed. It's still angular. But there's something like about like if you're going out on date night, it's pulling up to the valet in a different vibe, in my opinion. And I'm going to use my other layman's terms, the blue one. I don't know what the blue one was. Like the knot package.
Yeah, so that's just like how a mild spec would look. Like,
yes.
You know, a nice Ad Personam color.
Yes.
Beautiful classic
These are the nice
tan
words.
interior.
Yes.
Like, you know.
That's a great date night car.
I call it like a conservative build for everybody.
Yes. And so I could see, because it kind of alludes to the F word, where Ferrari does have a lot of really sleek tan interiors and like this sleeker, smoother, sexier line of a nose where it kind of pulls up different. So this Temerario, in my opinion, like if you're pulling up on the valet during date night, it's a different vibe. I like it.
I think so too, and I actually kind of bring this point up to a lot of people.
Okay.
And let's take the idea of cars out of the equation from Lamborghini for a second.
I'll do my best.
At the end of the day, what nationality is Lamborghini?
I should bet it's Italian.
And what are Italians just...
Oh, no.
What are we known for?
Love. Better be.
Right? And food.
Love and food. The love of food.
But more of the fact about aesthetics, presence.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know this about me until they start talking to me about myself. And it's I went to fashion school.
Did you now?
I did. I don't think people actually understand what Lamborghini is doing right now.
What is Lamborghini doing right now, Gio?
They're recycling fashion. So if you actually go to the earlier Lamborghini cars, you do have that classic interior setup, that more sleek look. If you actually look at old Lamborghinis, like we're talking Miura.
I love the Miura.
That's a gentleman's car, whether people want to believe it or not.
I guess I'm attracted to gentlemen then.
That's not a bad thing.
I don't know what that means about
Billy's just
what I chose.
Billy, the ultimate gentleman.
Okay.
He's a non-gentleman's gentleman.
he's the anti-gentleman.
No, actually, this is the point that I'm really trying to make because I think this is ultimately why people are so disappointed with the Temerario.
Okay.
It's got aspects of the Gallardo. It doesn't look cool, and it's just like, what is cool? Like, what does that mean? Because you don't have to be cool to have presence, is how I like to call it. When we were doing Festival del Toro this year, I was doing the traditional Geo's halfway out of a Urus recording cars, and I like the Revolto, I do.
Yeah.
Until I took this one video and posted, and I was just like, this car it just has that road presence.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what car is on the road. It's just, the Revolto is there.
It takes up the whole lane and width.
Right. Because it's thick.
It's a thick girl.
Thick with 3 C's is how we like to say it.
It's thick.
And that's where I like also kind of become like a 5-year-old in a sense because I see the cool car, I get excited. And now that's how I am with the Temerario because just going back to how I see it, Lamborghini is doing what every classic Italian brand does, and it's recycle old ideas.
Okay.
That's the premises of fashion in general, is the idea stays the same, but, you know, the way that it's presented changes. It goes with the times, but you're still sticking to a core
My
root.
daughter is wearing 90s grunge clothes right now.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, there are days where I wear
felt
my
like,
grunge
I'm
stuff.
like, who's 14 today? Me or you? Yeah, I got it.
But that's the beauty, though.
It is.
And cars are like clothes. It's an outwards representation of you, right?
And I also probably, there's probably something to what you're saying in terms of like nostalgia and, I really need to learn the last name of this person. The lead designer and engineer at Lambo.
Oh, I'm going to get fired.
I know. He's a wonderful person too. I've talked to him at Art Basel in Miami, and
Really?
he signed my car. So you think I would remember his name?
That's
We're
not
gonna have to
rude.
like cut this carefully. But like when you think about like lovingly how old he is, and when you think about how old Winkleman is, and it's this early Gen X, late baby boomer generation of male, and what did they grow up with? Looking at Lamborghinis. And like, because when I had that conversation with him in Miami, he was talking about growing up with say it again, with the M, the Miura. Say it again.
Miura.
Because I'm going to screw that up. He grew up with the Miura and the Countach and, everything before that. And so now as he's designing, you can imagine his 5-year-old, 8-year-old self is actually drawing to his dream car of when he was when it made an impression on him.
Yeah. And you know what he probably did? He probably took the vision that he had as a young kid and was like, this is what I want it to look like, but how do I make it work today?
Yeah, like Legos. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to dump out a whole pile of Legos and I'm going to build something really, really cool.
And then break it and do something different after.
Break it and do it something all over again. So speaking of this car that you like, I have a little something for you. And I'm really glad I'm giving it to you. So I want to get Sean to give us. And I know that you work for a dealership. So if you have this, just pretend to be happy to have it.
I already know what it is. So I'm always excited.
Do you already have one?
I might. I don't know.
Okay, so I didn't know that you actually love the Temerario that much. So then maybe hopefully this means a little bit more. Here, give me the STO for a second. And I'm going to have you open this. This is actually from Monterey Car Show Week last year. So, yeah, point it towards the camera.
So,
do you like it?
I love this. I do actually have this one.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, my sales and finance director is actually.
Oh, okay.
And here's.
Then you can gift it to someone else.
No, it stays in my room. This came specifically from Sheriff.
I'll sign it.
I want 2 signatures. I want to
sign the back.
I want a certificate of authenticity.
There you go. I'll put a little stamp. Here, turn it around again so the guys can get.
Yeah, this.
So this is what was presented. Tell everybody what the bottom is.
So this is a Temet audio.
And which design is that? That's the package one.
This is the Algerita package from Harrod Low over here.
And then this is the back that I was talking about that I love a lot more.
That beautiful hexagonal intake.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then in the middle, tell everybody what it is.
In the middle, like where are you saying?
Like here.
Oh, then we have the beautiful Urus SE.
Yep.
And up top is the flagship V12.
The Revolto. So these are the 3 models of the hybrids that Lamborghini has committed to. Yeah, so that's yours to do with it as you like.
I love Spanish cars.
Yes, because tell people, I know the answer to this, but tell people where the word temerario comes from.
Well, Temerario is the name of one of the Spanish fighting bulls. That's how Lamborghini names every single one of its
the
vehicles.
bulls. Yeah. You and I have just come off of the annual Festival del Toro run.
Yeah.
It's 5th year anniversary. What were you driving this year, Gio?
Actually, I wasn't driving. I was passenger princess in 2 of my customers' cars.
Right. Who? Okay. Hold, please. Were you in the Countach?
No, that wasn't.
You weren't in the Countach?
No. Why does everybody think that?
Did you take pictures with the Countach?
It's because I did the old Jordan Belfort reenactment.
That's what you did. I was like, Gio's driving the Countach today.
Gio could drive the Countach. That guy would let me. But I'm not driving the Countach.
The Countach, people I don't think realize how difficult it is to drive the Countach.
It is, but once you're driving, it really is the most fun car to drive.
Forward.
Right? Well, I mean, backwards with one eye closed, tilt your head to the side and close the other.
Was at Ridgefield Car Show a month or so ago at Bella's Bake Shop, Mount Kisco. Holla, holla. And I think it was the owner of 1600 Veloce? I think it was somebody from 1600 Veloce or Bring a Trailer. He got out of his passenger window, sat on his or had the door up because that's when the door goes up, and he is out of the car and he is standing almost, and he is like just enough to back up into a space between 2 other cars. They won't be on the show. It's gonna hear this and be like, God damn it, Sharon.
But I mean, like.
But for what people don't understand, it is the last car, designed by Mr. Lamborghini before he passes away and sells the business, whatever. And it has the worst side eye lines going backwards and your peripherals. Like, I think even the model car didn't even have side view mirrors on it. Yeah, like the one in the museum.
I think you're correct about that, too.
I'm trying to be correct.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Yeah, this is the joke that I make with everybody. It's like, oh, I can't see. I'm like, you only really need to see behind you if you see red and blue flashing lights, right? Like, that's really all you need mirrors for.
Just keep driving forward. Yes.
Really fast.
Really fast.
And don't stop, even if you see lights in the back.
So, all right. So was there 2 Countaches on Festival del Toro this year?
That was the previous year. So that same person that brought the white one,
blending them together,
has a black one as well.
Come on.
And the story that he explained to me very briefly was he's had one of them since he was about 28 years old.
Okay.
And I think he's in his like early 50s.
That's what I'm saying. This generation of guy, like that Countach is their car. That's their Lambo when they are 5 years old.
Because that was the poster on their wall or their door.
Who else was driving that? The Miami Vice.
Yeah. Like
Miami Vice.
But that's also why I love Lamborghini. My GM said it to me when I first started at Lamborghini. He's like, you're going to realize that Lamborghini isn't like any other brand.
Yeah.
He described it as the trophy brand. Like, you worked hard your whole life. There are some people, like, I'm right outside Paterson, New Jersey. That's where I was born and raised.
Like, I did not know. Do you know that I am from Verona?
Shut the hell up.
I'm telling you. I went to Montclair State.
Fucking Jersey.
I'm a B&T girl.
This girl actually has good taste in bagels. Then thank God.
Thank you. Yes,
She knows-
I'm like
she knows good
sweating here.
bagels.
Yes.
But no,
Oh, that's funny.
I'm from Elmo Park. Like right,
Oh
I'm right across the
God.
river from there.
So you are
And
my cousin.
Basically,
Yeah,
you definitely
100%.
could track it back to the
Yeah.
tree. And even if we're not, we're still cousins. That's how it is.
Absolutely. It all goes back to the boot. That's all. Mhm.
Oh, but you're the boot. I'm the bull.
You're Sicilian?
Yeah.
And you guys call it sauce in your house?
Yeah.
I think I have to fix my whole view on Sicilians.
Damn, we really are bad. We are viewed
but
as
keep
horrible.
going. No, you're not viewed.
Yeah.
I really thought that most Sicilians called it gravy. Okay. Well, I can be wrong.
This is
Let it
where,
be
like,
known.
The
Let it be known.
X-Files song starts playing.
Let it be known. I can be wrong.
I've seen people like you're from the streets and you really don't know if you're gonna eat the next day.
Yeah.
Or live to see the next day.
Patterson's rough.
Yeah, but then you also see the guys that are, from Mawa, they had a really nice upbringing and, they just went to school.
Bernardsville and
They follow the process.
Glen Ridge and...
But one thing is always true with this brand. It doesn't really matter the background. It just matters about the end result of that person and always ties into the same thing. I worked really hard. I don't want to get told no. And this is a brand where you really can't say no. It's almost damn near impossible to say no. Like, I want a purple Revolto with green calipers, blue interior. I want a brown accent on the left side and then an orange one on the right. It's like, bro, that's disgusting, but we'll do
Whatever. Hope it's your forever car.
But that's the whole point. And that's actually one of the things I hate about exotic cars is it's kind of losing its, uniqueness, all supercars. Because I feel people are now just buying whatever they can get. I sometimes deal with people that don't want to, spec out a car and wait 1 or 2 years. And to me, it's mind-boggling half the time because I'm just like, you worked your whole life to make $850, maybe $1 million to just buy whatever car you can get on the lot. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but like that's why I love this brand is you have the ability to build the car from the bolts up. You want to choose the color and everything.
Well, I have 2 reactions to that. One is I think, and that's also why there is always that animosity between the 2 top brands. And let's just be real. Like, we're talking about supercar. We're not talking about hypercar. Hypercar is a completely different culture. That's Bugatti. That's LaFerrari. That's Pagani's. That's whatever.
Koenigsegg, all that.
Exactly. That's a completely different conversation. We are talking about supercars.
I think it comes down to one thing. I don't even think it matters what brand you're at. You could be at Toyota, you could be at Bugatti, you could be anywhere.
Yeah. It
all comes down to the experience.
I agree.
And I just think, like, obviously you think Pagani, you think Koenigsegg, it's like, oh, I'm going to get the most insane experience. But
maybe not.
Maybe not. But that's everywhere, though. But I know, just for myself speaking, that I could provide the same experience at Lamborghini as if somebody were to go to Bugatti or to Pagani, for that matter.
Yes.
And that's where part of the stigma is, right?
I think so.
I think everybody just thinks it's just going to be, oh, buy a car, that's it. No, it's an experience.
And I think, like where this clash of the titans happens and, talk about being misunderstood or misrepresented or whatever the case may be. That's how Lamborghini got us. Like when we started this whole exotic car experience, we thought we were going to be really eclectic. We have a McLaren, we have I don't know about we definitely don't have we don't have everything, if you know what I'm saying.
When I say everything, I say from my point of view.
From like American Muscle to Mopar to this. But when we're talking about using that money for supercars, we thought we were going to have 5 different brands of supercars. And so, but we have 6 supercars and 5 of them are Lambos. And that comes to exactly your point of this conversation with it's particularly how Billy was welcomed and accepted and approached in a Lamborghini dealership versus across the street, if you know what I'm saying. And there's something about Lamborghini that has been able, and I think it has to do with Mr. Lamborghini's beginning to be quite frank with you, being rejected and cast out from an elitist. I really do. Where culturally, from top down, Lambo still approaches the hard-working blue-collar person. When other brands, I'm sorry, do not. Billy walked in with cement-covered work boots, a reflective safety jacket, a collar shirt, and he was approached with the same dignity and professionalism and respect as if he would be, let's just say it, they have a dress code, and you can't even be approached unless you're dressed a certain way. And that's what lost us.
Yeah.
Amongst a couple other things. And I think that, and then as you know, with car culture, like certain people, even in parking lots, won't park with each other, or they won't even discuss their cars with each other. Yeah. You know this.
Of course, I've seen it happen a bunch of times.
And I mean, you know that us as Lamborghini owners and drivers, we have a certain reputation about us. You
guys like to talk to other people about how you got your cars.
And we're pretty loud in the sense of like, hey, how you doing? Like, I mean, when you're in a Lamborghini, like at a Festival del Toro or like at another Lamborghini meet, it's pretty loud. People are like
all the time.
It is so fun. You are living your best life as a Lamborghini owner with your Lamborghini friends. The other brands don't do that. And I think that's actually the center of the conflict. I do.
I get what you're saying, but I think it even goes a little bit more outside that whole fact. Huh. I think it's more of the fact now social media is just way more up there, and the fact that, you can see what everybody has. So now it's just like, I want to make mine better.
That's
and
true,
you get consumed with that.
And I think that's greed, and that's just, selfishness kind of taking over to an extreme. Like I think it's great to aspire to things, and I think it's great to curate your car the way you want to, and I think it's great too. But when you are making a big Instagram channel of over 1 million people, and your shtick is to jump on people's windshields and break through them and giggle like an airhead, that's a disrespect to the car. And that just goes to the greed of it all, and so forth and so on. The other thing that I really think happened, and this is probably going to be controversial, so maybe some rage bait is going to happen. I think the cars, like you said, like how the supercar market like kind of is inflated, and like there's so many people who have access to the supercar community now. You really have to blame Bitcoin and crypto for that. And this false sense of wealth and this false sense of working hard. Like, because when part of crypto... I'm telling you, when part of Bitcoin collapsed and part of crypto is falling down, you're seeing the immediate sales.
It's funny you say that.
Because you say working all your life. I'm so sorry, my friend. A 25 or 28 or even a 32-year-old, you did not work your whole life to buy a Lambo. No. That is not what happened there.
You didn't work your whole life, but, it's more of like the statement needs to change because... Okay. No, you didn't. You're right. You didn't work your whole life. You still got about 60, 70% of your life to go, kid.
Right.
But I have noticed...
And this inflated idea that you're a genius because your Bitcoin did well between the years of
blah, blah, blah,
2020 and 24. Come on.
But even then, those kids come in to my dealership, take pictures of videos, and all of a sudden, let me show you how I just bought this car for my best friend. Excuse me?
Oh, that's what's going on.
I've seen that happen
time and time again.
Like, it's normal.
And there's no policy with the dealership to stop that?
Anywhere, really. I mean, like, you could be in Miami and tell somebody, this is my car.
You know what's interesting as a Lamborghini owner, why that would be disrespectful to me? Because it's almost like a stealing of intellectual property. It's almost like for instance, I've had problems with dealerships that had for instance, the Rialto. Mm-hmm. Maybe they had it in service. Maybe they had it during transport. Like, there's been events where my car had to turn up and go to different dealerships for service. And all of a sudden I'm watching that dealership posting pics of my car in their showroom. And
in the showroom?
Yes. And I would have that phone call. I said, what are you doing? I said, that is my car. Those are now my follows. Those are now my likes. What are you doing? And you didn't even tag me? Are you out of your mind?
So I actually have my own rule with that. I actually will ask my service advisor if it's okay. Right. And then if it's a customer I know, I'll personally hit them up and be like, yo, are you cool with this? And I have yet to, get told no. But it's just a respect thing. Like, I wouldn't want somebody posting a picture of my property without my permission. Right. I mean, that's just human decency.
It just proper social etiquette, particularly in this world now of Instagram and YouTube and monetization. You cannot claim my visual property as yours to build your following. Like, this is like a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true.
Really upset, as you can tell. I mean, things upset Shari Schwick, but like in the car world, like this is one of those things.
Yeah, it's one of those boiling points. I get that.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense too. I actually one of those people don't flex with us and yours in general. Like, for example, when I first started at Lamborghini, whenever we had an event, I always had to take a Urus, which I actually loved. I fell in love with
Urus is a
Urus.
great car.
Amazing car. Mm-hmm. Like, I think people need to actually drive one for a day to understand why I say that, because it really is different from everything. But
I say, if you're gonna buy a Porsche Cayenne, just up it a little bit and just take the Urus.
I have to give the Cayenne its own. It's a fun car, but it's also got its own style to it. So I understand why some people go to the Cayenne.
Prefer to the Cayenne. Mm-hmm.
And then I understand why some they gravitate towards a Range Rover, but then I could understand too why somebody would pick a Urus.
Yeah.
But I don't hate on people for going to other brands. Because like I said, it's like fashion. You have your own style.
Either like slim fit or baggy. Like, they're still jeans.
Right.
And they still look great on you.
Exactly. They still have the same function.
Why don't you tell the good people of where you were and what about your personality cultivated your rise to where you are at Lamborghini Paramus? Because I actually only know part of this story. I've never actually heard it from you, like, in a conversation.
When I tell people my story, I still sometimes get
Pinch
excited.
Yourself?
Yeah, because I still don't understand how it actually played out. So I graduated high school in 2015, and I knew I just wanted to get a job. Didn't want to work with food or anything, and somehow I ended up at Starbucks. Weirdly. I didn't want to, just didn't want to do that, especially working in a mall on Black Friday, making little 12-year-old kids their fucking frappuccinos. Sorry.
It's
their
okay.
frappuccinos.
We're probably after minute 30. Yeah. You're all good. You can let it fly, my friend.
Yes.
So you don't want to make 12-year-olds frappuccinos for your life. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like, this is the one thing that I knew growing up was I just wanted to be the best. And I'm not saying like, better than somebody, but I don't know. Just growing up Italian, there's just like that certain fire.
Gravitas.
Like you just want to be the person that everybody in the family talks about, right? Like that's my boy. He worked hard. I'm proud of him.
That's my cousin.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I always wanted to be, and it was actually hard because in my town I kind of lived under the shadow of all of my family members. I was the younger cousin.
Okay.
So we were all good soccer players, but that's blah blah blah's little cousin Gio, and I hated that growing up.
Okay.
So when I was working at Starbucks, I was working on Route 17, where Lamborghini Paramus first opened. 2015, I started working at Starbucks, and ironically, in 2015, Lamborghini Paramus was opening its doors. And I was working on the side that Lamborghini was on in a drive-thru. And ever so often, I would see the new Lamborghinis drive by, and I'm just like wow, like every day.
Look at this view.
And this is gonna be insane, but like that's how it all started, ironically, because then
a visual manifestation.
Yeah, but this is how crazy it gets. There's a guy that would always come in, not in a weird way, very handsome-looking dude, drove the most insane I8. Very weirdly wrapped, as I would like to call it, but I thought it was cool. And he would come through the drive-thru ever so often. I'm like a sponge when it comes to stuff. I remember every like important thing or stuff that sticks out to me. And that happened to be my general manager, Eddie Jones. And you would think, like, you see a young dude, nice car. Most times you're going to look at it, just drool over the car. So be like, oh my God, it's hot. But I just like to talk to people. I just want to, learn about somebody and what they're going through, because growing up, my life was boring. It really was. I had the very strict on top parents. I wasn't allowed out. Wasn't really allowed to hang out with people. So
this is all very familiar. Yeah.
yeah. So the best thing that I could do was just talk and talk. And it's funny because growing up, one of the things my dad tried to stress to me was don't talk. Don't tell people what you want to do. Keep your head down.
Don't talk outside this house. Nobody gets to know what happens in this house. Yeah.
Don't talk when the adults are talking.
Yep.
And very weird because in the beginning of 2019, Eddie had just posted online how he just became the general manager of Lamborghini Paramus. And I've never been in the dealership in those 4 years now that it's been there. And it's literally been 2 minutes from me.
And you've been seeing him and talking to him this whole time.
Whole time.
Yeah.
And one of the things about Eddie Jones specifically is he does not change. And that's a good thing. He is the same person as he was when I first met him as he is to this day.
Consistent and predictable.
That's like the best quality in a person. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, congrats, man. I'm very happy for you. Do you mind if I come check out the showroom? I've been scared. And he literally was like, scared?
Yeah.
You get over here type deal.
Yeah. Claim that vulnerability. Good.
And when I was there, he treated me like I was like his best friend in a sense. And I know that wasn't even the case, but that's just how he is.
And that's that culture there. I'm telling you.
But it's that idea of providing an experience, like I said before. And after like 2-3 hours, you have this energy. You're just like, wow, I'm around Lamborghinis. I'm around one of the coolest dudes I could have ever, who I thought was like one of the
Everybody's accepting me as I am.
And like the thing that I asked him at the end was like, I didn't want a job there, but like, yo, what do I myself, since you've known me for a little bit, got to do to end up in a place like this? And I didn't realize it, but he's like, you really just need to get some car experience. He's like, and I think you would work out here. Like, just casual. But like, you know, I didn't think of it. That was like January, February of 2019. And ironically, on that same strip, Tesla opened. And Gio, being classic Gio, he likes to just talk to everybody. And ironically, Tesla was just one of those companies I liked, just from the tech standpoint, just because Elon Musk was also like at the time like very intelligent. I was like, you know, this is interesting. And I'd always talk to them about stuff that they would even be like, how the fuck did you know that?
Right.
And after like 4 or 5 times, like they finally came back in the one day with a business card and like, hey, listen, you love the brand and you really just have this energy. We're having a group hiring event. We really want you to come out.
Cool.
I'm like, I get to this group hiring interview and there had to be like 60 plus people. And when I mean I was like the oddball in the room, I really was. You know, young kid doesn't know how to dress. That's the first thing. In a room with people that were coming from executive positions at like Lexus, Jaguar, some at BMW. And I'm just like, I make coffee.
I make coffee on Route 17 in Jersey.
Basically. The way that they did the group hiring event was like, you were at a table of like 9 other people plus 2 people at the job that were interviewing you. And I went between like 3 or 4 different tables and all of these guys telling their stories like about how they handle, you know, customer objections and all this stuff. Oh, there was a guy was from Jaguar. He was like a VP or something.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how he personally saved like 2 dealerships from, you know, falling apart. And they finally get
he's at a group interview and not as a recruitment.
Yeah. And I'm just like...
Red flag.
I get to me and I'm just like, I mean, the biggest problem I've ever had was just, you know, somebody angry in my coffee shop and I just de-escalated the situation. So after 3 hours, group hiring event ends. I'm leaving that place like, yeah, I ain't getting a job.
Right.
Day later, we need you to come in for a second interview. I'm like, what?
Okay.
I actually was like, what?
Okay.
Get to like what I was like the final stage of interviews. And I actually get called 2 days later, not by like management, but by the lady who recruited me. Because she was only like a salesperson. She was just pushing me to get into 17.
She was like a talent acquisition officer.
Well, she actually saw...
Yeah. No,
like,
no. Of course.
Like, it was actually,
I'm not trying to minimize that.
No. I know you're not. But like, it's funny because like she actually saw potential.
Yeah.
But she was like, she was bummed giving me the news. But she like, and she said it. She's like, if there is ever an opportunity, trust me, I will make you aware. So at the same time, like life personally at home was just getting worse for me.
Sure.
And between like February and September of 2019, my life was just shot. It really was. Mm-hmm. And then I was in school, like so burnt out. Like I was in the parking lot actually, just bawling my eyes out because I'm working till the valet and like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to get up to go to school, to go work at a suit store and then work the closing shift at 12 o'clock till 12 o'clock at night at Starbucks. I'm still not even able to do homework. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm failing.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I also can't afford school.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, this is how shit works out. Because as I'm full on blown in tears, my phone starts ringing. The girl who tried getting me into Tesla got promoted to management position at another Tesla location. And she's like, with that, I was allowed to bring on one new person. And I said, it's him or nobody else. After 9 months, and I haven't spoken to her. Her name is Nicole Fenton, actually. Nicole Fenton.
Hello, Nicole Fenton.
Tesla, ironically, is where I started to make a little bit of a name for myself.
Yeah.
So, not just selling cars, but I also sold solar panels.
Interesting.
And I ended up being the top solar salesperson. I think it was like 2 quarters straight.
Okay.
Which was unheard of at the time. Because when you go into Tesla, you're buying a car. Why would you be going in to buy solar panels? Now, again, this is how...
because Elon owns both companies.
Right?
That's why.
It makes sense. But it goes hand in hand, really.
I think it does. Like, if you're literally buying into this technology, then why not have it for your house? And you got to charge your car anyway. So why not?
Lowers your electric bill, too, right?
The man knows how to make $1.
Exactly. But as all good things have to, end...
take its course.
In middle of 2022, not Tesla as a whole, but the tech sector was just taking a real dump. And Facebook let a major chunk of people go, then Meta, Google, everybody.
Twitter.
Yeah, everybody was just getting next. And
literally.
Tesla finally came. And I got that beautiful call at a random 6:30
at night. Honey, I'm sorry.
And I'm like, I'm getting laid off.
Oh, God.
And I got laid off.
Yeah.
But Tesla set me up with a lot of money.
And
Thank
skills.
you, Tesla. And skills. And I went back to school.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what to do.
Sure.
So to keep myself out of trouble, I was like, I'll just go back into fashion school again. And then another major life thing started happening for me. And I was also struggling at that time. And I'm in my house. And the girl I was with at the time, she was like trying to like bounce ideas off because like, I need a job. Like, I just need a career. I'm like, I need something. Gung ho, just I don't care at this point. She's like, you should sell cars. I'm like, nah.
Been there, done that.
Nah, it wasn't even because it was like Apple. Really, I wasn't really selling cars. There's no haggling. I don't gotta appraise a trade in.
People are coming in knowing they're buying a Tesla, and you're just helping them. Yeah.
And she's like, you really should sell cars. Like, you have a really good personality. I'm like, nah. I kept saying no for stupid reasons, like. It's just cars. Like, I don't want to work at a Toyota. I don't want to work at a Nissan. I'm like, I just don't want to work at cars. So, truth is, I was pretty scared, actually. I didn't really think I would be good at it. I didn't think I really had the skills for it. And that's also just because I had a negative connotation of myself. And then randomly, like, she's on my computer. She's like, what if it was Lamborghini? I'm like,
yeah. What if it was Eddie, and what if it was Lambo?
And I was like, not even then. I was like, actually, it has to be, it would only be one Lamborghini.
It would have to be Lamborghini Paramus.
And the reason why I wanted to work there is because of my GM. And I simply said, I'm like, I would just want to work for him. He's always been a nice person, so I would just want to learn off of him. And I'm like, that's the only reason why I'd work for Lamborghini Paramus. And I flips the laptop around. She's like, well, there you go. And
Say no now. Say no now.
April 8th, 2023, I sent Eddie, I DM'd him, like, hey, man, like, it's been a while.
Power of the DM.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. Yeah, another one bites the dust.
So I was asking, like, hey, is this position still available? And he actually told me, like, hey, I'm actually in the process of filling it, but now that I know you're around. I'll keep you informed.
Sure.
Oh, how life has its moments.
Yeah.
Because now it's like Saturday into Sunday morning, and it's like 2:00, and my phone is like
lighting up.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? And my girlfriend's in the back.
Who's
sleeping.
calling you? Right.
Actually, I'm like, oh God, I'm about to get in trouble. I'm like, I don't know who the hell is messaging me. And it's him, and he's like, you able to come in on Wednesday for an interview? And I'm like, sure.
Right.
Because like in the back of my head, I'm like, it's like 2:00 in the morning. Is this guy shot?
Right.
But he's like, no, just come in for an interview. And what was weird was it didn't feel like an interview at all. Mm-hmm. It felt like two old friends just having a conversation. Mm-hmm. I walked out, not like, oh, I'm not getting this job, but I'm like, how did I get here? Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, I got a call from HR like, hey, we want you to work for Lamborghini Paramus.
So let's put a pretty bow on this story. What brings you the most joy now that you're at Lamborghini Paramus? What is it that is bringing you satisfaction?
There's so much to that. Because you know what it is, like, I don't think there's not one aspect I don't enjoy. So, like, for me in selling, it's not selling.
You came home.
It's just like it was something that I was supposed to do. And, like, the past, like, 6-8 cars that I've sold to people,
yeah,
I've gotten the same compliment.
Which is?
He didn't make it feel like I was buying a car.
Aww.
He, like, people say he genuinely listened to me. He genuinely wanted to make this special for me. And compliments are cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, getting to drive the cars is cool.
Of course.
Getting to make the content is cool. But I don't know. I think the coolest part for me is how things happen outside of work. Because, like, I'll get DMs from random ass people, and I don't have thousands and millions of followers. I have like 3,500 on Instagram.
I mean, you're talking to samesies.
But like, I have people that are maybe my age, maybe kids in high school, and they're just want to say, like, they'll DM me and be like, "Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I watch all of your videos. I genuinely look up to you.
Yeah,
like, I'm a kid. Nobody recognizes me.
Oh.
Like."
So this is becoming a place of healing for you.
I say it's a healing, but
you don't have to agree with me. I know.
It's just, I don't even see it as that. I just see it as, for me personally.
Yeah.
I was given an opportunity 99% of people just will never get in their life, no matter how hard they work for it. I'm not saying that as in like I'm better than everybody. I truly recognize I was a 1 in a million.
I mean, to give a little bit of context, like people who apply by LinkedIn for Lamborghini sales position jobs come with bachelor's degrees in marketing, come with experience from Mercedes, Jaguar, all that stuff. So for you to just, like you said, like be who you are, engage that vulnerability, and yet still be able to project empathy and, the care for someone else. Because I think like what you might have been alluding to earlier is there's a type of way to lead your life, which is to attain, I'm going to get. And you're one of those people who's like, yeah, I need to get, but I want to give.
All the time.
And I think you are, from a very young age, have figured out like, I need these things. Like I need a job. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to go back to school to figure out what I want to do. So you know what you need, but your want is different, which I think is what makes you different and more loving and more approachable and more successful, I might say, at this brand than others.
Also growing up too, I mean, like this is just how I have just built myself up.
Yeah.
When I mean I wasn't the most popular kid growing up, I was picked on like everybody was, you know, you're a loser, I got the shit knocked out of me, I've gotten told to kill myself, all that, like literally growing up.
Yeah.
And now that I look at the generation of kids and where I'm at, I just feel that if I don't share this opportunity, it's just like I'm not using it properly. Because the money comes and goes.
Oh, yeah.
And what I realize really what doesn't come back is, you know, people's time. Like that's something you can never buy.
Mm-hmm.
And for the person that's from the sticks up in New York and they just happen to see the Lamborghini dealership, yeah, maybe they can't afford the car, but why can't I feel like they could at some point? You don't know what happens tomorrow. They could scratch the right numbers off the lottery and now they're coming to buy a car.
Can we hold on to the vulnerability and the bullying for a second? So, guys, I knew I needed to tell this story at some point in our lives together, but I didn't know it was going to be today and I didn't know it was going to happen now. So I think first of all, can I just say, that statement of like how people bullied you and what they said to you about like you should go, that really just makes me want to cry. Like, I'm so sorry. And if there's any kid out there who's ever heard that, like DM your Lambro,
please
DM your fairy Schwick godmother. Like, it's not okay. So that's number one. Number two, how it is going to be okay and you're going to thrive and you're going to meet your dreams. I was in 9th grade. I was at band camp, and I had a horrible middle school experience where even my parents don't really realize how close I was to wanting it all to end, if you can understand the darkness there at 8th grade. And so my high school year was a completely different district, a completely different school, a completely different everything, where I felt finally a relief to start over. It is my first day, and I am walking back to the band room, and the football team at the high school has picked up all little pebbles, and they are throwing them at me. And they said, "Look at that dog." And pelted me over and over and over again until I was out of their range.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you laugh now, looking back at it?
Do I laugh now? I'm not laughing. I am standing at the end zone. Probably their end zone, because they're nobody's now. High school football, my ass. And I have my arms out to anybody who wants to run through. Because you didn't kill me. And you're never going to kill me.
Made you better.
Oh, I mean, there's quite a journey that happened after that. It was excruciatingly painful, and I am not the person I am today. But I know the strength that I have, and to be that person and to rise. You can absolutely. They will. That is happening to you because we're going to cut this right. This is happening to you, and this happened to you because there is such a light in you, and you are so important for this world that the only thing that darkness had was to try to extinguish you and to try to take you out. Because if you weren't important, honey, those things wouldn't have happened to you. But you are so important that you are now conquering it.
just to add to that, because like
you're important.
Everybody's important.
Yeah.
I don't really talk about much with what I've struggled with, and there's only been a few people I've really told about this, but I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to share my story.
You are on a microphone, just disclosure.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, like, COVID happened, of course.
Yeah.
We're in lockdown. Everybody's trying to figure out how to deal with what's going on. And I mean, like, over the course like 2-3 years, I just had my fair share of problems with alcohol.
Okay.
And like, what sucked was I kind of got into a phase where it's just like, if I wake up, cool. If I don't, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
But life is funny sometimes because it gives you what you want. Mm-hmm. So one day, I drinking by myself, I pass out. But then I come to in a hospital bed. And I don't even know what's going on for like 12 hours. I'm just in and out. And I basically had alcohol poisoning. I was like dead from it.
Yeah.
And that's where everything because now I'm at actual rock bottom. And this is right before 2023 is happening. So I'm dealing with my own shit now. It's beginning of 2023. And I'm still in that place where it's just like, I don't know what to do. And now if we fast forward 2.5 years later, like I checked myself into treatment and I went back there just to say hello to everybody. And I think the biggest and most important compliment I've gotten in my life was, we watch you, dude. We're very proud of you, but you redeemed yourself. That's why I am the way that I am now.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like that. I feel like I'm still going, though. I still have way more to do.
Of course.
But, like, that's why, for me, this job is so important. Because I ultimately need to feel the need to help other people. Because I lived my life with no support system.
And you know what emptiness feels like. And you know what loneliness feels like. And you know what it feels like to think, it's not true, it's a lie, to think that you're not worthy of value or worthy of help. You've been there.
That's also why Lamborghini Paramus really is the best. Because the management that I have, what I've come to understand is the 2 managers I have are actual godsend. Because I'm starting to realize a lot of other people that are at like Porsche, BMW, all these places, they don't have a management team like that.
They don't have an Eddie.
They don't have an Eddie. They don't got a Rich Marcus either. They don't got those 2 people. And my whole life, ironically, I've been saying 2 things. I want an actual, fatherly role model and somebody I could look up to as like, an older brother, like role model as well. And that's basically how it is with my 2 managers. One I argue with like my father, and then the other one I argue with like my older sibling.
Well, that'll be a therapy session for another day, Lambro. So we do something a little bit here called going full throttle. It's a fast Q&A session. Are you up for that? Okay, so we're going to end this conversation with a little bit of life advice from your fairy Schwick godmother here. So it's always interesting to me when people say, this is when I hit rock bottom. And I have 2 opinions about that, which I'm not going to share about. But the one opinion I will share is, as a fellow healer who might be, I was telling somebody this the other day. They were like, they're on their life journey and they're like, oh, how are you doing? And how are you doing this? I said, don't get it twisted. I said, I have tons of life problems. I have a lot to deal with who's absent right now. I said, but I'm on the video game where I'm fighting level 5. I got a level 5 monster I'm dealing with. You're on level 2. And so this is like I'm not someone who has it all figured out. I definitely am not living my happiest life every day. Like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than anybody else. But I will tell you this, that when you've beat that level 1 or that level 2 or that level 3 or even level 4 monster, this is what your next responsibility is. So you have to change the rock bottom. And what I mean by that is, let's just have the proverbial metaphorical pit of despair, right? Oh, I finally hit rock bottom. Okay, great. I'm glad you're out of there. Now what your responsibility is to take that shovel and to fill it up a little bit. So it's not as deep as it was before. And you're going to fill it with good things. Whether that's your confidence, the new relationships you have, the new skills, whatever it is, you're going to say, I am worthy of this. And you're going to put it in that pit because you're going to fall again. And that's the problem with addiction is people who come out of bad addiction programs come out and say, I am never going to fall again. No. You're
going to fall a couple times.
We all fall down all the time. How are you preparing for the next fall? You cannot possibly fall that depth again. So you have to fill it back up with good things so that your new rock bottom is higher up than it was before. And you're going to, oh, shit, fucking fell again, right? And then you're going to climb out again, God willing, and then you're going to keep filling it up with more good things. So please just promise me that you will continue to fill yourself up and fill that pit with all good things because you are worthy and important of all the beautiful things.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Thank you.
My pit's not all the way full, just want to say. I'm still going to fall down.
I'll be honest with you, I have ADHD, so I keep forgetting to fill my pit.
But I think that is the part of healing is you have to commit to yourself to remember to fill yourself up with those good things.
You know what I realized? You know how you get into this state where I'm a horrible person, I'm a piece of shit, I'm this, that.
Helplessness, worthlessness, yes.
You know how I beat that out?
How?
Took a piece of paper one day, and I said to myself, write off a couple of good things things about yourself that are good.
Yeah.
I was able to do like maybe 10, 15 things.
That's a strength-based approach. That's awesome.
But then because in that moment, I was telling myself, I'm horrible, I'm not worthy of love, I'm a piece of shit, I don't need to be here. Like, I have that mindset. Okay, now write down why you feel that way. What is making you feel that way?
Good for you.
Not one thing was able to be written.
Look at that. That's awesome.
But that's logical versus emotional.
I know, but it's also okay to be an emotional being because it's also what makes you beautiful and important to others.
And I'm Italian.
And you're Italian. And funny note, the guys who were throwing pebbles at me in 9th grade, the one sadist, disgusting motherfucker that would throw Billy into a complete tizzy, I know his name. Fast forward to like when I'm 23, 24, grab my ass in a bar.
I'll tell you this. The kids
so we know what type of personality he is. My Lambro Gio, you ready to go full throttle with Sherry Schwick?
I am ready to lose my train of thought.
Oh, wait, we had a train of thought? There was a train?
What?
Was there a train? Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Okay, so I'm just going to come at you fast and furious, so to speak.
Boom, boom, boom.
Bum, bum, bum. Buying a car, do you prefer new or pre-certified?
Ooh, pre-certified.
Amen. Paddles or stick?
Stick.
Really? Okay. Do you prefer a custom paint or a custom wrap?
Paint.
Favorite place to drive?
Waterfront by the city.
Nice. Speaking of stick, do you have a gear that's your favorite? I have a favorite gear. I've never asked this before.
Oh, jumping between 3rd and 4th is the best.
I love 4. I love 4 going into 5.
So I had a Civic Sport, and downshifting from like 5 to 3 was like amazing.
Okay. Some of the fans hate it when I do that. What sound is she making? Doesn't sound like a car. Because it's my fucking mouth, asshole.
A machine gun.
Exactly. Okay, going back to the American side, you prefer Chevy or Mopar? You like a Camaro guy or you like a Corvette guy?
You just
Did I just blow your brain? Did you just have an aneurysm?
Yeah, because I love Mopar. Like,
yes.
If you said,
can you believe that? Yeah, Dodge is a mess right now, but it's gonna be fine.
I'm sorry, but like, because the girl I'm talking to likes Dodge, shit.
Okay, so we'll
Corvette,
take a picture with you
Chevy,
with the demon, pretending
Chevy.
that it's yours today. Okay, do you like in the truck world TRX or Raptor?
Raptor.
Oh my God, you're very lucky Uncle Billy's in Florida today. Are you a coupe guy or a spider?
Coupe.
Yes, sir. Okay, switching up a little bit. Would you prefer a BMW like competition M series or an import tuner?
Why? Damn.
Yes, I did it.
Oh.
I screwed you up.
All right, Beamer, I'm giving you a 1+ any M car.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with an M competition.
M car.
No bias here. Don't worry. You can answer this any way you want. First of all, do you like to rally or cruise?
Depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Depends on the mood.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to actually though. Nah. Rally.
Okay. So then,
100%
what's
rally.
the most favorite rally you've ever participated in?
So far?
Mm-hmm.
Festival del Toro.
Hey, Anthony Morelli, good job. I do love Festival del Toro very much.
They did a very good job this year.
Yes. Have you ever been pulled over? How many times have you been pulled over?
So I've been pulled over a few times.
I've been pulled over 3, I think.
I hate
before Schwick wheels, which is embarrassing.
I hate you right now because
Really?
actually I got pulled over a couple weeks ago and I got the one state trooper that was having a bad day. So I'm going to fight laces suspension next week.
What? Oh. But why do you hate me about that?
Because how convenient of this happening in my personal life. You're like, let me just ask this question.
I'm so sorry.
I could never hate you,
A little
Sherry.
raw? Yeah, I would hope not. All right, so let's change it up a little bit. What do you... okay, so let's talk about speccing cars. Okay. What, in your opinion, what is the most important accessory? So we've done the body, we've done the engine, we've done that stuff. Now let's go to like accessories. What is the most important accessory?
That's going to be a case-by-case thing because it's going to depend on the client. Me personally,
Yeah.
exterior color.
Amen. Yes. Especially for that ROI, that return on your investment. And then right behind that, I would say calipers.
No, that's...
Calipers
Calipers
for me.
Because calipers really tie the interior and exterior together. So I do agree they're very important.
And what I did on the RSS is I went black ebony gloss on the caliper, which I never do.
Okay.
Because I wanted to keep that seamless vision, that line of vision, line of sight, like completely as seamless as possible. I didn't want to break up the lines of the wheel at all.
Yeah, no, I got you on that.
A lot of people miss the wheels and the rims, though. Like, see, now we're just going down the...
Yeah.
This is no longer full throttle. Okay, so speaking of exterior colors, what is your favorite exterior color?
I love this question.
Oh, good. I aim to
So-
please.
My personal favorite color, it doesn't matter what car it is. I love Viola 30th. I think it's one of the most beautiful paints that they could have produced. Besides,
You are a vulnerable male.
but besides one other color.
Okay,
There's only one other color that I say is top tier.
go for it.
Verde Ithaca. And I'm not saying because you got that, but
Do you want to talk about this car real quick and why you love this car?
Oh my god! Because
Can we get a video of this?
This is the Sherry styled STO. I have to say, you want to know why I have so much love for Verde Ithaca?
Please tell me.
Because pictures could never do it enough justice.
Right.
It needs to be bare bones.
You're allowed to take the plastic cover off. Carefully, if you can. Is it not coming off? Is it still factory? Okay.
So the one thing about Verde Ithaca is it needs light presence because that's how you get the true beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how the light refracts, it looks very opaque.
Mm-hmm.
But when the light's hitting it just the right way, you get this beautiful bronze undertone, which is why Verde Ithaca is such a beautiful shade of green. But then I get confused a little bit because the blue is blue K-Law.
You would know better than me, honestly.
This is the one shade of blue I always
think this
get.
is blue Aries.
Might be, actually.
I think it's blue Aries.
When I first saw this car, I was just like, oh my God, that thing is sexy. It really is such a beautiful build.
Thank you.
That's like the Sherry Schwick styled STO will go down in history as one of my all-time favorite STOs.
I have to break your heart a little bit.
If you're selling this car, I'm
No.
doing it.
I'm not breaking your heart that bad. I said a little bit. I didn't say a lot. I didn't actually spec this car. This car came into Lamborghini Greenwich, and we were shopping for STOs. And we said no to so many STOs. Kevin calls me, brings me into Lamborghini Greenwich. I go, that's the one.
Yeah.
So in terms of like Sherry decisions, I went, check, please.
Need 2 of them right now.
No, so that's not a Sherry spec, but that was a Sherry choice.
Good Sherry choice.
Thank
It
you.
makes sense that it's
Now,
still.
tell the people quickly what this model is and why do people get these?
So this is basically your thank you gift for buying a Lamborghini.
Not a bad thank you gift.
So this is a 1/18th scale diecast model of the car that you tailor made.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so detail oriented. The attention to detail is insane because the inside is even styled the way that you spec your car.
Right. Can you walk people through like the intake and all that? Like tell people what they're looking at here?
I mean, STO, you're
Super
getting...
Trofeo, for those of you who don't know what a STO is.
Super Trofeo Omologata. That's what STO stands for. So this is basically your race-oriented Huracan.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole carbon fiber chassis, or shell, as we should say. Now you have not just one Cofango on the back, you have one on the front as well. You know, got to make sure it's as aerodynamic as possible. So pretty much you have all of these intakes over here, as well as other ways for airflow to ventilate.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes the car the ultimate track car. And it really is. The STO really is the best of both worlds. You would get an everyday car if you wanted to, but then you could just bring that thing to the track and rip it like an actual race car.
And tell people about the seats in that thing.
The sport bucket seats in a STO are way more comfy than some of your other sport bucket seats. I'll tell you that much.
These are race bucket seats in the carbon fiber. So this is actually very painful to sit in after 20 minutes with my old lady hip.
It's okay.
I'm not a young buck like you anymore.
Well, I have the back of a 60-year-old.
Do you really?
Yeah, I destroyed my neck playing soccer.
Oh, okay.
I'm 27, but my back is 60.
Well, Gio, thank you so much for coming in behind the wheels at Schwick Wheels today. I hope you had a good time.
I had an amazing time, Sherry.
We did a couple of laps. We
had everything.
We went in heavy and fast, and that was awesome. Smooth is fast, my friend.
We fast, not furious, though.
Right. So happy to see you.
You too.
Thanks for coming in. The Dodge Mopar of all time. And we're not going to drive it because Uncle Billy hasn't driven it yet, but it just came back from Florida has a wide body kit on it now. And we're definitely going to start this bad thing up.
When I get to this level, I ain't gonna have the Challenger. I'm gonna have the Charger.
Oh, don't you love the smell of exhaust in the morning?
I do.
Woo!